visions and dreams can seldom come true, but love just goes that way. Summer days of happiness just seem to float away. And right now I was wondering if our love would go the same way. Tomorrow comes someday, I will know how I feel.
Good evening, VC. How are you? I hope everyone is doing fine and well out there. Fine and dandy. I am Dom, seeking a thread. Back with a video again. I want to continue in a series I've started. I guess this is only the second one. Artist appreciation. And I want to talk about two artists and various projects that they put together. I don't believe I've seen many people talk of them, at least in the BC, but this is dedicated to Peter Howell and John Ferdinando of the UK psych projects, primarily Ithaca and Agincourt. So who are Peter Howell and John Ferdinando? Well, they were aspiring songwriters and soundtrack artists, I suppose. They started making music in the late 60s and privately recording it. They were sort of basically making music as demo mixes or as demo recordings that were going to be used for something, who knows. To this day they say that what they were working on was demo only, even though they did press records. It was supposed to be to show off or to show to for some other, to maybe to get studio work or film work. But they ended up making some of the best, and I will say, in terms of how many times I've listened to these records, this is like the best UK psych I've ever heard. It's really so good. If you like bands like, let's say, well, I'll just say that Belle and Sebastian, they owe a lot to John Ferdinando and Peter Howell. You'll hear when you listen to their music, and I'm going to insert a lot of it. So let's start with their first sort of officially released recording, and it's Alice Through the Looking Glass, which I'll put up here. I do not own this. All of these records are 99 copy UK originals, 4-figure records, mostly unofficial, mostly, bootlegged. Really there's only one reissue, which I'll show to start. Yeah, but actually, before I get into Alice Through the Looking Glass, I'll show you the record that got me rolling with these guys. It was a record store day release, and it's called Peter Howell, John Ferdinando, Ithaca, Agincourt, and Other Psych-folk Fairy Tales. This is from 2019 Record Store Day, and I'm familiar with Ithaca and I live in Ithaca, by the way. This is obviously a different Ithaca, talking about, I guess, the Greek god, but this is the record that got me seriously deep into the wormhole. And I was familiar barely with the music, was familiar with the Ithaca record, A Game for All Who Know, but I just never, I may have heard it a little bit, but I started digging into this. I'm like, wow, this is something incredible. I ended up listening to this like for a year straight, all the time. It comes with a CD of more bonus tracks, and that was in the car all the time. And this is actually a compilation of like almost everything they recorded. It pieces together all of their releases. But let's go back. So Alice Through the Looking Glass, 1969. It's like a stage music that they made for a stage film or theater production. Sorry, and it has been reissued, and that is kind of it's interstitial music. It's beautiful, and there's some really great songs that are included on the comp. But it's not. But it's more about sort of being a part of this production. The recording were H&F Recordings, which is Howell and Ferdinando. Again, super limited. There is a repress of that one. So the second thing they would record is Tomorrow Comes Sunday. And this, again, now this is a film. They actually made this film. And they again released this on their own, H&F Productions. This is unofficial, I assume. I don't even know who did this. But this is like the soundtrack to this movie, and you can actually see the movie on YouTube. And I think if you buy the CD edition of Tomorrow Comes Sunday, you actually get the film. It's not that good. There's pieces of it in this. It's kind of silly English countryside, sort of like drama, sort of goofiness. It's kind of cool. But there is some absolute beautiful songs on here, like Far Out, Cosmic, Homespun, very lo-fi, which is what's so cool about this. They're demo recordings, as I said, but it gives it this really, really interesting sound. And the drummer, I don't know his name in front of me, is great. The drummer really adds a cool side to this. But their melodies and their vocals, I'm telling you, like, it's up there with the Beatles in terms of just incredible pop hooks, beautiful harmonies. The songs off here, Honesty and Windfell Wood, right here at the end, are incredible.
Summer in her eyes, she knows how much she moves my mind. Really tantalize her looks enough to make anyone wild. What is it that makes her mine? Something there I can define. There is no light, there was no dawn in my life. There was no sun till honestly, till she was mine.
This is a great one. This isn't even the best one, and this is really good. You'll see there's things like On Location, March of the Civil Servants, and then there's some really great sort of folk ballads with the singer Lee Manlius. Like on track 2, Someone Like You. A musical comedy shot on location in the Sussex village of Lurgashall during August 1969. I don't think the actual musicians are in this, but yeah. Tomorrow Comes Sunday. So the next thing they would release is really their first proper record as a band. And again, band, it's basically a studio project. And this is a masterful record. It's called Agincourt, Fly Away. Now this is, I believe, an official reissue done by the Record Collector magazine. All of these reissues are even pretty tough to get now, and they're all in the UK. But a really cool cover. Has a real private look to it. And these really were private recordings. As I said, in the UK they were releasing records in editions of 99 copies. I guess at 100 they had to pay taxes on it, I think is this thing. So like all the super rare UK folk, it's like 99 copies. This does have a lyric insert. And for this record and the next one, it was on the Merlin label. So this is a reproduction of the label. And wow, this record is incredible. Again, most of this is compiled on the comp, which I want to highlight at the end. Amazing songs. This song Marabella is so goddamn catchy and groovy and funky, actually, even with the drummer. I can't even say enough about the drummer.
Marabella, pretty white dove, fly into my life. You fly beyond the sky, so try a better life with me.
There's like really great cosmic sort of song cycles aspects to this. All My Life, like Joy in the Finding, super light, bouncy. Belle and Sebastian would predict that. Lisa, wow, what was it? Second track on side 2. I'm telling you, this song should have been a worldwide like phenomenon. It's just so beautiful. It's so well done. These guys could write songs. Like I hate to overstate and be so sort of use all the superlatives and blow this thing up. But
when this feeling's finally over, when this fire's lost its glow, will you try to tell me why before you go? Are your reasons just the same? Will you be coming back again? But you just turn to walk away, I let you go. You just turn to walk away, I let you go.
I last track is like a trilogy, Through the Eyes of a Lifetime, the poem, Peace of Mind closing in. Agincourt, Fly Away. I've just been so into this music since 2019, since this Record Store Day comp. But this is from 1970, again, yeah, Agincourt, just the one record they would do, again, a demo recording for something. Fly Away, written by Peter Howell and John Ferdinando, copyright H&F Recordings, 1970. I think Ferdinando was writing a lot of the music on this one, if I remember correctly, or maybe it was the other way around. They kind of switched. I think maybe this was more Peter Howell's project with Ferdinando producing, and then the next record it's the other way around, I believe. I just can't emphasize how cool it is from... it's psychedelic, it's proggy, it's definitely on the folk vein, but the pop hooks are there, and there's sound effects, and a lot of sort of hiss and buzzing sounds, and like it's very organic sounding. It feels really natural, cosmic, but like the lo-fi aspect to it is the kind of the key. It gives it this real mysterious feel, and it just hits all the right notes. It's definitely English. You hear the English vibe. But Fly Away by Agincourt is sort of the more rock or pop oriented, less psych, although definitely psych. It definitely has lots of cool moments, and as I said, the song cycle aspect is there, and 3 different part songs and things. The next record, this is the one that I think most people would know, and it's called Ithaca, A Game for All Who Know. And this one does indeed say words and music by John Ferdinando, so this is more his project, but you do have Peter Howell playing guitars, piano, organ, mandolin, percussion, recorder, tape effects, so you get an idea there. It also features Lee Menelaus singing vocals. She sings on various different recordings on these records. This is recorded in 72, released in 73. There's a few different unofficial reissues of this. This has not been officially reissued. Again, 99 copy original, 1973, on the Merlin label. Okay, yeah, this is Acme, an Acme reissue. That's what you get there. And this one is definitely the most psych, I would say. But I would say, actually, Agincourt is my favorite record by them. But this is, like, right there. That's a 10 out of 10. This is, like, a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, I can't even... It's hard. It's stupid to even downgrade them. They're both amazing. Journey, A Game for All Know. That's another sort of sweet recording like they did on Agincourt. Actually, these are all kind of sweets. They all feel like different segmented songs. So this one's more of a conceptual piece by Ithaca. Again, made in a studio as a demo for God knows what. Thank God they didn't like scrap these and try to re-record in a professional studio. I don't know if it would have the same magic. But yeah, you have people playing flute on this, 12-string guitar, auto harp. Ferdinando is playing auto harp on here as well as guitars and vocals and organ. They really pull out all the stops. There's very dense, very way ahead of its time. It's weird to think of these as demo recordings. They were really putting so much effort into these records. And this is just absolutely amazing. Can't say enough about it.
Stars will disappear. Dawning is the light. So take me in your lifetime.
They would release one other thing that is part of the same sort of ilk of recordings, and it's called Friends, Fragile. Now there is an Acme reissue of this, but I had it and it sounds bad. There's something defect-wise. It's a boot, of course. This one, they never even got past the acetate stage. You'll see on Discogs. It was from 1974. And this sort of is more back in the Agincourt sense, but even a little more pop and sort of pop folk rock. Less psych on this. But this has got more amazing. These guys knew how to write hooks, man. It's incredible. You Need Friends, the lead off track, incredible. One Sweet Day, Lonely Road, what a cool song. This is an Acme Lion reissue.
Why have you gone that way? In the morning I will cry again, like a child again. Oh, the morning is the time when I look back. When I was young, every day was shining armor bright as steel. Every day a fairy tale that seems so real.
So this CD was, I'm fine to have this for now until, I really think someone like a numero group I could see doing a really amazing work, properly reissuing all these. It would be an incredible collection. I'd buy them again. These deserve wider attention. And again, if people have shown these, I want to know. I haven't seen it. So then the last thing I'll show is the comp that started this all. And this you can still get. This is Record Store Day 2019. It's selling for about what it was sold for that day, 25. I think it was $30 record. I think it's selling 25 to 30. The value hasn't gone down, but there's no real high demand for this. So you buy this. This includes, the reason why I went out and got all the records because our other songs are not included here. But this gives you everything on a double LP between all different projects. And that includes a CD with more. The CD is not just a dupe of the LP; it's more stuff. So between the CD and the LP, you really do get most of it. And these all sound great. Comes with a nice insert. It gives you the quick rundown. Yeah, I can't say enough about this John Ferdinando, Peter Howell. Absolute top-rate psych rock, UK psych and folk. It's not like an English folk album in terms of like what we know, the Fairport Convention, Bert Jansch, John Martin, that kind of thing. This is psych. This is proggy psych. Has proggy elements just in sort of the production value. These guys can play. Very accomplished musicians. I just want to buy this again. Just buy it again, just to have it again. I don't even do that. So Peter Howell would go on to be one of the members of the BBC Radiophonic Workshop. He would work on Doctor Who in the late 70s, early 80s. So he would have a wider career, Peter Howell, and you can find more recordings by him, and he's all over Doctor Who, BBC Radiophonic sort of projects. John Ferdinando, I couldn't really find much other information. I didn't dig too deep into him. Peter Howell being involved in BBC sort of comes up rather quick. Yeah, I mean, I'm so thrilled to have these, and you can find them out there if you only go abroad, and it's going to cost you some cash, a little bit, $75 for a reissue, but considering what an original would even go for, which is just not ever going to turn up, I'm thrilled with these. But like I said, these deserve like a full-on reissue campaign these deserve prestige to me. So I'm talking super, super big about Peter Howell, John Ferdinando, Ithaca, Agincourt, but I just love this band, these projects so much. It deserved a proper artist appreciation. I think I'm going to do another artist appreciation coming up this week. Maybe I'm thinking about doing something on The Caretaker, whole other thing. I've been hearing a lot about The Caretaker and the VC lately, and I've been just seeing Leland Kirby stuff related things around, so I might pull my collection to the show. And I have my 9/9 feature coming up next week. So that's it. That's my artist appreciation for Peter Howell, John Ferdinando, Ithaca, Agincourt, and friends, and other related projects. Check out that comp, and you be well, BC.